Hey everybody, so today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me video. I'm going to start off by priming my eyes with Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I just recently got back home and unpacked everything from school, so I figured it was a good time to get back into filming. And so now I'm going to take a highlight shade. This one is a limited edition color from Lorac. You can use anything you have. I always preach this. Do not think that you have to use the same products as people use on YouTube. You can use whatever you have and even switch out colors to do a look that's more unique to you. But for now, I'm going to be taking a kind of teal blue shade. I believe this one is from Too Faced, and I'm just going to apply it into my crease and blow it out. And then I'm going to take this shade. It kind of reminds me of MAC's Blue Brown Pigment, but it doesn't have as strong of a blue shift. And I'm going to apply this just slightly under and lower where we put that more brighter blue. So the bright blue is going to be our transition, and the darker blue will add more depth. Now I'm going to take this shade, which actually doesn't look as dark as I think it looks in person. It's kind of a shimmery black, but because of the shimmer, it doesn't come off as stark as a matte black would have. And I'm just going to use this to deepen up the outer corners of the eyes. Now I'm taking my Anastasia concealer. I'm really trying to find the way that I like using this concealer because it's a very creamy, kind of dewy finish concealer. And I believe I use the shade number 1. So it's just a very thick, creamy concealer, and I'm using that as a base to kind of create my inner half cut crease kind of look. And I'm using it on a very small, flat brush, which will help me get that very crisp line. Now I'm going in with a kind of rose bronze champagne color, or not champagne, just like a rosy bronze color. And this is going to be going onto the inner portion of my lid, and I'm going to kind of blend it and pat it out into that shimmery black. And I'm using a flat concealer brush so that I can get it very close and right along that cut crease without going over it and kind of muddying it up again. Now I'm just cleaning up my eyeshadow. I'm trying to use my Pond's Cold Cream. I use that to remove my makeup, but I actually have never tried it to clean up my eyeshadow. So I tried that today. And then I'm going to go in with a gel liner. Now, if you have a pencil liner, that may be easier because it'll help take out a step. But what I'm going to do is just apply a little bit to my eye and then take another brush and kind of buff it and blend it out because I didn't want too harsh of an eyeliner look, but I did want to darken up my lash line just to add a bit more depth and dimension along that area. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to apply my NYX lip liner. I didn't show you the actual lip liner, but this one is in the shade Natural, and it's one of my favorites just to kind of clean up the lip line because I do apply foundation along the outer edges of my lip. Just on accident, you always get a little bit when you're applying your foundation, and this kind of helps just define my lip line again and just make it a little bit more crisp because when you do take off that foundation, or if you didn't take it off, your lip line can kind of disappear or the lip line can kind of look a little bit fuzzy. So now that I have that, and I do only do that on the outer perimeters, I am going to take my NYX Liquid Suede, and this one is the shade Sandstorm. It's absolutely my favorite nude at the moment, and I'm just going to apply that to the inner portion of my lips. I will go slightly over the lip liner as well. And then going into the e.l.f. lip gloss. This is my favorite lip gloss because it has no stickiness to it whatsoever, and it has a very pretty nude color. So this one I believe is in the shade Natural, but you can pretty much get this anywhere. I absolutely recommend it. It's only like $2 too, so really, really good. And now I'm taking my Ulta Minerals bronzer. Now, I think they've revamped a lot of their products recently, but this is just one of my really favorite bronzers when I want to get that very warm, just kind of reddish undertone look. Since the eyes are very cool toned, I do want to make sure that I warm up my face because I do have a lot of yellow in my skin. So when I do too cool of an eyeshadow look, sometimes it can wash me out. So I do want to bring back some warmth. And then I'm going to go ahead and take this blush. It doesn't look as red as it is in person on camera, but it does have more of like a terracotta tint to it. And I believe it's the shade Sunkissed by Ulta, but I did get it on sale, so I do believe they discontinued this. But really, any kind of like nude mauve-y tone will work, or not really mauve, I guess, more of like a terracotta red. Now I'm going to take the NYX Jumbo Pencil in the shade Slate, and it's just a shimmery gray, and I'm using that as my base underneath my lower lash line. I love the NYX Jumbo Pencils for my base on my lower lash line because shadow really just never sticks there, so I like using these to get a very nice base. Then I'm going in with those same shades that I used on the outer corners of my eyes, and I'm just going to apply that right on top of that jumbo pencil and kind of marry it up into the outer portion of my upper lid so that there's no disconnect between the shadow. Then I'm going to go ahead and take a very shimmery champagne color, and I'm just going to apply this to my inner tear duct. You don't always have to do this, but I absolutely love doing it, especially because my eyes are a little bit deeper set, and I just have a little bit of a darkness in there just because of the way my eyes are. So I always like to brighten that up with a bit of shadow. You can use a matte shadow as well, but I love using a shimmer. And then going in with one of the Wet n Wild, like prismatic, I don't even know what you would call these. This was limited edition, but just any highlight would work. And I'm just applying that to the tops of my cheekbones, on my nose, forehead, just anywhere I want to highlight. And that's pretty much it for this look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Will have a link to all of my social medias in the bottom bar, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye, everybody.